Hello and welcome again to this ASP.NET Core tutorial. In this video we will talk about the user lockout functionality. User lockout is used to block a user for some temporary period if he is entering some wrong username and password in the login screen. You must have seen this type of functionality in your banking application. In banking application, if you are entering your username and password for 3 times, then you will be blocked for 1 day. We can implement the same type of feature in our application. Let's learn how to do that. Let's open the Visual Studio. To enable the user lockout functionality, we need to make some changes in account repository. So let's open the account repository, and here we need to open this password sign-in async method. Right now you can see that we are passing 4 parameters in this method. First is the email, password, remember me, and at the last we are passing false. Let's see what is this false. Let's right click on this method and choose go to definition. So here we have 4 parameters. The last one is lockout on failure. If there is a failed attempt, then we will enable the lockout functionality. So instead of passing false, this time we will pass the true. And that's it. Now the lockout functionality is enabled in this application. But what is the number of failed attempts and what is the block period? So by default, if you are not configuring anything, then the default number is 5. It means if user is attempting 5 wrong password, then his account will be locked for 5 minutes. We can override this attempt number and the time in the identity options. Let's see how to handle that. Let's go to the startup class. In this startup class, inside this identity options, we can configure the setting for the lockout. So here we can type options dot lockout dot default lockout time span. This property is used to set the block time. By default, here you can see that the default time is 5 minutes. We can update this time span dot. So here we have couple of methods from seconds, from milliseconds, minutes, from days, etc. So suppose I want to block the user for 10 minutes, then we can use this from minutes method, and inside this we can pass 10. Suppose you want to block the user for 1 day, so here you can choose from days, and inside this method you can pass number of days 1. Now what will happen? After the 5 wrong username and password, the user will be blocked for 1 day. We can update this setting as per the need of our application. So suppose here I am writing 20 minutes. Now we can configure the number of attempts also, and for that we need to again write the same code, options dot lockout dot, and here you can see that we have one property, max failed access attempts. Inside this property you can set the number of attempts. Suppose I want to lock my user after 3 attempts. That's it. Now the user will be blocked for 20 minutes if we are entering 3 wrong password. Let's save the changes and run this application by pressing Ctrl F5. Let's open the application database. Let's open this ASP.NET users table. Right click on this one and choose this select of 1000 rows. So here you can see that we have all the records. To test the lockout functionality, let's use this user@test.com. The email is confirmed and everything is working fine for this particular user. Let's go to the browser. For the first attempt, let's enter the correct email and password. So here I am writing user@test.com. The password is 123456. Here is the password, and click on the login button. Here you can notice that login is working fine and this is a correct username and password. Now let's log out from the application. Click on the login button again. Here let's enter the same username, that is the email, and this time let's enter the wrong password. Suppose here I am entering 123. This is the wrong password. Click on the login button. We have the message that invalid credential. Let's see what we got in the database. Over here you can see we have couple of properties. Lockout and lockout enabled access failed count. Let's refresh the changes. And here we have the same user. This time here you can see that the failed count is 1. We have the setting for 3 failed count. Now let's try to log in by using two more wrong passwords. Again, let's enter anything, click on the login button. Again we have the invalid credentials, and again let's try to log in third time. Now let's see what we got in the database. Refresh the changes. This time in this column you can see that we have a time. This is a UTC time. Here you can see we have plus 00. It means this is a UTC time and user is blocked for 20 minutes. Now this time let's try to log in the application by using the correct password. The correct password is 123456. Here is the correct password. Click on the login button. Again you can see that we are having this message that the login and password is not working. This time instead of displaying this invalid credential, we can update the message. Let's see how can we handle that. Let's open the account controller. Here we are in the controllers folder. Then we have this account controller. Let's go to the login method. So here we are, and over here we can check result dot is logged out. If the user is logged out, then we can enter a message here. Account blocked. Try after some time. Save the changes. Build this application. Go back to the browser. Refresh this page. This time let's again enter the correct username and password 123456. Click on the login button. Here you can see we have the correct error message, account blocked, try after some time. Now what is the security behind this logout functionality? The security is that suppose someone else or a hacker is trying to log in your application by guessing some passwords. So if we have enabled this logout functionality, then the account will be blocked after entering a number of wrong passwords, and this will prevent the account of the correct user. Now suppose the account is blocked and the user is clicking on this forgot password and resetting his password. Then what will happen if he will enter the new username and password in this application? You have to test this functionality by yourself and you have to tell me the result in the comment section. After 20 minutes, if you will try to log in this application, then the login will work perfectly fine. That is all in this video. Make sure to enter your answer in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.